Hello everybody. We want to start Microsoft Power BI training, and to start doing this, we want to start from Microsoft Power BI's kitchen. Microsoft Power Query. Let's do it. Opening Power BI and clicking on Get Data. You know that if you want to import some data into your Power BI, you should use one of these tools, especially Get Data tool. Well, in this window, you can choose several and so different sources of data. As you see, count of them are so much, and there are in several types. For example, you can import some files, you can import some databases, you can import from Power Platforms, you can import from Azure Cloud Group, and you can import from some online services like Dynamic 365 or Google Analytics very well, or LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and so much different choices you have here, and some other choices. Now we want to start with Excel file, and so I click on Excel. I downloaded an Excel file named Hockey Player Data from Contexture website, that you can download some data tables there. When you click on some source and you see this window, you have two choices. At first, you see tables of that file in left side and preview of each table in right side. For example, if I click on table 3, I can see the preview of this table here, and if I select another table, I can see that here. Okay, you have two choices here. First, you can load this table directly into your Power BI. You click on load, load player data, 98 rows. Look at here. When you load your data directly into Power BI, no changes are made on that data. You can here see your fields, and you can see that they don't have a good name or good type. All of these fields are text fields. Here in data, you can see more info. You know, each column has not good name, empty field, field titles are here, and unusable column here. So it's not good, and you can't do good with it. So I delete it, and again get this data and use Power BI Kitchen to convert and clean it. Again, get data. You can click on Excel without that. Okay, Excel file, Hockey Player Data. I select Player Data table, and this time, instead of clicking on Load, I click on Transform Data. Now, for the first time, we want to see the Power BI, Power Query, and Power BI's kitchen. Okay, you can see it now. Hello, Power Query. How are you? I love it so much because it's so useful. Okay, this is Power Query Editor, and you can see tables that you are selected in the left side, or you can see queries that you called here. We will talk about queries in the future, but now we just can see tables here. Okay, tools are above everything like other Microsoft products, and here in the center we have a sample and preview of your data, and on the right side we have the applied steps. All steps and all changes that we make on the data are shown here. So you can see all of them here. For example, check it. First step is source. It's the time that you selected the hockey player file, and you can see all tables here. For example, we choose player data, right? Next step is navigation. It's a time that you choose your table, and you can see that player data table is loaded here. Look at here, we have two rows above other rows here, and on next step, promoted headers, we can see that one of them is removed and moved as title of table. But because just first field has data and others didn't have any data, on promoted headers, you see that others kept their name, column 2, 3, 4, and others. And the change type. Oh, I removed change type, no problem, we didn't need it. And promoted headers, we don't need it too, so I delete it too. Now, we want to delete first two rows of this table because we don't need them. And next, we want to turn the third row into table headers, into table column headers, and we see how to do this. So first, to delete first two rows, we click on remove rows and remove top rows. We select remove top rows, and we type 2 here. So we have new step here, removed top rows, and 2 first top rows are deleted. Next, we want to make this row as headers and as column headers. Before doing this, pay attention. Look here. This field type, I can right click here, change type. You know, no type is selected here, and as default the type is text. But when we set first row as headers, something will change. So to do this, I click here, use first row as headers. We have new step here, promoted headers, and it's done. First ID, team, country, name, weight, and other column headers are done well. We have new step here that is automatically added, that its name is changed type. You know, now if I select this row, this column, sorry, and change type, you know, its time is whole number here, but in last time it was text. But now its time is, its type is okay. Now this date of birth, now it's date, but it was text too. And some other columns are now on write type. At the last column, we have an extra column that is not used. When I click on this, we can see that we have just null values in these fields, so we don't need column 16. Now I can right click on it and click remove. So I have a new step here, removed columns, and my new column, my last column is deleted. Now our table is ready, and I think for the first time that you use Power Query, it's enough to learn and it's time to practice. So we click on close and apply. I should tell you that each time that you refresh your data, all steps are applied to your data. And it's not just for first time and just for one time. Look at here, all fields are looked good and well formed. Age, BMI, height, HCL, ID, and weight, or numbers now. Date of birth is date. I tell you by their icons, and others or text. We can see the table here. I click on one field. Yes, whole table here, and it's looked very good. I put a simple visual on this table for the finish of this course. At the end of this course, a donut chart. I put the team at the legend, count of ID on the values. I should click and count, or count of these things. Yes. Now you can see that men team or 52% and women team or around 48%. And our first visual is done. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe into your channel to make us more passionate to create new videos. Thank you for your attention. Have a good time.